There was once a village nestled between two cliffs, where even a whisper could travel like a hawk on the wind. The villagers called it Glensong, for the way voices echoed in its stone corridors long after the lips had gone still. In Glensong, words were treated like fire, useful, beautiful, and dangerous. Elders taught that a careless phrase could scorch reputations or ignite feuds. Children were raised to recite, "Speak only if your words are stronger than silence." No one embodied this better than Kira, a young woman whose quiet was mistaken for shyness. She listened more than she spoke, watched more than she acted. Some thought her dull, others proud. But Kira knew that words, once spoken, could not be unsaid. She saved hers like seeds, planting only when they might grow. One spring morning, the temple at the village center caught fire. Flames licked the sky like hungry tongues, and by the time they were quenched, the holy scrolls, said to be inscribed with the first words, were reduced to ash. Panic seized Glensong. Rumors bloomed like weeds. A boy named Davi, known for sneaking into forbidden places, was quickly blamed. A council was called. Torches were raised, not for light, but for judgment. Kira had been near the temple that day. She had seen something. Not everything. Just a glimpse. Two figures, one voice raised in anger, another silenced. She couldn't say for certain who started the fire. But she knew Davi had not. "Tell us what you saw," the council urged. She opened her mouth, then closed it. Half-truths could ruin lives. Assumptions could do more damage than lies. Her silence was taken as guilt. The villagers turned from her. Even Devi's family avoided her gaze. Shamed, Kira left that night, walking deep into the Vale of Whispers, a ravine where sound was said to go when it died. There, surrounded by wind and echo, she met the Ember Keeper, a blind old woman who listened to fire the way others listen to speech. "I didn't lie," Kira told her. "You didn't speak," the Ember Keeper replied. "They asked for the truth, but I had only fragments." The old woman touched a coal with bare fingers. It did not burn. Truth without wisdom is a blade in the hands of children. Sometimes silence is the stronger word. Kira slept in the Vale. When she woke, her ears were filled with the voices of the past. Not ghosts, but echoes of words long buried. She listened to the council of forgotten lovers, feuding elders, laughing children. All had spoken. Most had wished they hadn't. When she returned to Glensong, the tribunal had already begun. It was held in the old amphitheater, a ring of stone where voices bounced off the walls like arrows. The air was thick with heat and smoke from the smoldering ruin of the temple, still visible behind them like a wound in the village's heart. Davi stood in the center, wrists bound with twine. He was barely 14, his face blotched with soot and shame. An elder read aloud the charges, his voice echoing twice for every word. "The accused was seen loitering near the temple. He is known for trespass, known for mischief, known for lies." A murmur rolled through the gathered crowd. Not angry, exactly. Worse, certain. A woman stepped forward. "He broke into my orchard last summer." Another joined her. "He mimicked the temple bells to make us think prayer had begun. He mocks everything." Devi said nothing. He kept his head low. The chief elder turned to the crowd. "Does anyone speak on the boy's behalf?" Silence. Then a slow, measured step broke the hush. Kira emerged from the crowd, her eyes scanning the elders, the villagers, then Davi himself. Whispers bloomed like nettles. Her? Why her? She wouldn't even speak to defend herself. "I was near the temple that morning," Kira said. The elder's brows rose. "And yet you withheld this?" "I had fragments," not facts. Fragments suffice, he said coldly. Tell us, who set the flame? Kira looked to Devi. His hands trembled. Not from fear, but from restraint. He would not beg. He would not plead. There was more dignity in his silence than in the elder's questions. Kira turned her gaze upward to the cliffs that had carried her own childhood laughter, her mother's lullabies, and now this clamor for justice. Then she spoke. I saw fire begin with a shout and end in silence. The crowd stiffened. I saw two figures but only one voice, angry, fast, careless. The other said nothing, and when the flame took hold, both vanished. You saw who? Snapped another elder. I saw what I saw, Kira replied. And I know that Devi's voice was not the one raised, nor did he run. The head elder leaned forward. So you accuse another? I accuse no one. I only defend silence from being mistaken for guilt. The tribunal fell quiet. The flames behind them crackled. Then an old woman, one of the scroll keepers, stood. If this girl lies, it is a careful lie, she said. And if she tells the truth, it is one we must earn, not seize. Better a delayed justice than a hasty injustice. The chief elder looked out at the people. No one met his eyes. He turned back to Devi, cut the twine, and stepped back without a word. The trial was over. The temple was rebuilt, not from stone, but from silence. A place for meditation, not proclamation. And Kira, she was never loud. But when she spoke, people listened. Because in a village of echoes, she had learned the strength of being still.